Hey everyone,
Hi there,
it's Alicia Davis
and Stacy Watson.
from Transformative Leadership Strategies.
That's right.
So we are continuing our conversation today, Stace, on our leadership excellence in action model.
That's right. We've been, I think, talking about this about 3 weeks now, 4 weeks. And so now we're on the fifth element of the model.
That's right, and that's all about champion change.
Oh boy. Boy, that's one word that'll
Oh
create some
man.
emotion in people, right?
Right, we say it and probably people just cringe from hearing that word.
Well, and it's funny, we were just talking about this. There's this, I think, this subconscious idea that we all have at one level or another that um, there's this moment in time where we don't have to deal with change, right? Like we're in a minute
Mhm.
of change right now, but sooner or later we won't have this change thing going on. And I'm not sure how true that actually is.
Well, I don't think it's true at all. Like literally, if you think about our bodies, every moment of every day is a different moment, right? And change is constantly happening. And yet, as a society, and certainly in work, everybody says, they don't like change. And
That's
there's
right.
various levels of change, right? There's little to medium to big. So I think certainly when we talk about, right, those bigger change evolutions, especially at work, are the ones that can be kind of challenging for leaders to really be able to manage through.
Yeah, it's so true. I think we've talked about this a little bit with some of these other elements, but a lot of times I think leaders just jump right into trying to manage change. And I think it would really serve all of us well as leaders to take a moment and really just check in with ourselves to understand, how am I responding to this change? I know as a leader in organizations in my career, some of the changes I've had to navigate with teams have been really hard and really
Mhm.
challenging. And I think giving myself a little bit of space and grace to have those feelings or experience whatever the emotion is important, because that allows me to acknowledge that and then sort of sets me kind of in a firmer space in order to go out and deal with the team.
Yeah. Well, and that's really the being part of our model, right? It's really being in that moment, in whatever it is, acknowledging and validating those feelings for yourself, for others. And at the same time, the doing part is how can we include people's opinions or needs and move forward even though there might be fear or anxiety or overwhelm or even excitement, or right, there can be a whole range of emotions, and it's really about kind of managing through those emotions so it doesn't stop you, or it can even reframe it so it supports you in moving forward.
Yeah, it's really, I think it's so true that not everyone on the team is likely to respond to the change in the same way. And even over the course of time, each person will go through various reactions to the change. So, really, just creating enough space to allow for that variation, but then also continuing to look forward to the future. Like, where are we going? It sort of takes us back to establishing the direction, right? Like, that's why this is a little bit of a circular process,
That's right. Yep.
really helping the team understand what are we doing and why are we doing it, and to the extent possible how the change supports that can be very powerful.
Definitely. And you were just sharing kind of a very interesting, almost oxymoronic statement that you heard somebody talking about change. Can you share
Yeah,
that?
yeah, it was on the radio, and the person was just talking about this idea, like we sort of talked about at the beginning, how people are sort of yearning for days of yore, and thinking
Hmm.
about how they'll say we're going to get back to the way things were. And his point was simply, we're never going to get back to the way things were. We're always moving forward. And so he was saying we want to get back to the way things are going to be, right? So it was sort of
Hmm.
this idea of recentering, but recentering around where we're going as opposed to where we were. I thought it
That's
was a really
right.
powerful way to think of it.
I think so too. It's how do you bring that kind of stability or that sense of what you had and bring it into the future, and what's that next iteration going to look like or
Exactly.
feel like?
Exactly.
Cool.
So we know that all the organizations we work with are dealing with change, and all the organizations we aren't working with are dealing with change. So We wish everyone well as you are on your own journey to dealing with change.
That's right. If we can support in a way, let us know.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.